Just a quick video for anyone who has a older Prairie 400. Mine's a 97. And what I found was I kept having trouble shifting into high gear. On these, low gear forward is up here, high gear forward is down here, and reverse is back here. And to get into high gear, that was my problem. It wasn't going into high gear at all, but getting into the other gears was tricky too. But what you see down here is to get into high gear, that little pin, you can see there, goes into that channel, and like that, and that lets you shift into the high gear. So I thought it was a problem with my adjustments for the rods, but when I took it all apart, I happened to see, you can see in there, that the metal is actually cracked. And there goes my light. But it's split here. The original piece that's on the ATV, it goes up into this frame rail. That's split and it's cracked. Now, because I don't have a welder, it's cracked in the back as well, the other side. So every time I would shift, it would bend this whole piece would bend down in. It would go in, and that would throw these adjustment bars off because it's all connected to this piece of metal. This piece of metal is bolted in to the frame by this piece of metal. And because that cracked, every time I would pull the lever down like this, the whole thing would bend in and throw my gears off. And that wouldn't let me get this pin down into that lever. So because I don't have a welder, I couldn't weld this up, so I just cut a piece of metal 2 inches by 3 inches, lined up the holes that go with the existing holes. I had to get new bolts because the original ones weren't long enough, and then I bolted that down to the bracket that holds the lever arm, and then I drilled holes into the big chunk of thick metal up here that's still good, and sandwiched this plate down to the existing metal, so it doesn't move at all now. So yeah, so in case anyone else is having a problem shifting with their Prairie 400, it might not be your linkages back there. Give that piece of metal a look to see if maybe you have the same problem and it just rusted out and broke one time when you were doing your shifting. Take care.